Welcome back to the Director's Garage. I am your host and resident idiot, Michael, and we're down to the last few days of that giveaway, folks. Make sure you've got yourself entered. I'm giving away 9 items. I just told you I'm an idiot, didn't I?
Get out!
Oh my God, we got a big show today. Anyway, today's episode is a What's in the Box, and it's a Flagship edition. Yeah, this one's big. In fact, it's so big I should really hold this for a major number. Like, this should be really like episode 100 or episode 75. But no. I promised you guys a top-tier product, and they don't get much more flagshipy than what is inside this monster of a package. Folks, this is an item that I have only heard at trade shows. I found one for sale used, and I dropped some major cash, and I'm going to explain why as we go through this. But I must be totally off my rocker. So what do you say we get to some slicing and dicing, huh? So you keep a little secret deep down inside your dresser drawer. No dealing with the heat you're feeling out on the killing floor. You got that one? That's Murder Incorporated by the boss, Bruce Springsteen. 1995 was the year. Amazing track. And I hope amazing is what we're about to unbox right now. Okay, we are through the tape layers. I think it's time to see what's going on inside the box. Are you ready? Are you ready? And it's another box.
Boogers.
Oh my God, this sucker's heavy. And we've got ourselves some foam. Okay, let's go down past the foam, and this may be a reveal. Are you ready? Are you ready? Look at that. Can you see it? Yes, baby. Yes, we've got ourselves the Hifiman Susvara. The Hifiman, yes, it's the Hifiman Susvara. This is the top of the Hifiman planar magnetic line. This is a headphone many people consider to be the very best headphone in the world today, and for good reason. This headphone came out to eclipse an already insanely good HE-1000 V2. It's a headphone I owned way back before this show ever went live on YouTube. Folks, that was 71 episodes ago, and today we've come full circle, baby. In fact, I would say it's a little bit past full circle. We kind of just lapped ourselves. It looks like there's a little latchy down here. So I'm going to undo the latchy, and then... Oh my goodness, it comes with a very nice stitched Hifiman bag. And I'm sorry, I'm probably jamming into the microphone right now.
Hey!
But I'm trying to show this off to you, okay? And then below that, we've got ourselves a product card, and then the Book of Susvara. Yes, the Book of Susvara. Oh, this is like, and this is hardbound, man. This is fancy schmancy. Okay, it's time to reveal the prize, though, I think, and that's going to be right underneath this piece of foam right here. Oh, baby, look at this. They're just nestled in there. They're nestled in there. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at these. These are just, whoa. They feel a lot, actually they feel a lot like the HE-1000 V2 as far as construction. The swivel construction, the metal band, the support strap in leather, all of this stuff, very much what I got out of the HE-1000 V2. They didn't go stray too far from that build. They have the typical flimsy of the Hifiman, though. And this one has 3.5 ports on the bottom to hook the cable into. Now I'm going to show them off down here. I mean, look at, and by the way, these are in excellent condition. There's not a drop of dust on them. These look in primo fit condition. Looks like he's got some Daconis on here. I don't think these are the stock pads. I don't think those are stock Hifiman pads. And right down here in the box, there were a couple of Daconi empty boxes. I'm assuming that the originals are probably in here. That is a Daconi pad, no question. And back to the prize. Let's start to decode this a bit. Because this is not a small purchase. So why the Susvara? Well, for starters, I've missed the Hifiman HE-1000 V2. The Focal Utopia, this headphone right here, is a world-class headphone. There's no question. And when it was released, I had major envy as an HE-1000 V2 owner for all of the incredible praise being heaped upon this headphone. So I started making moves to acquire one, which we did in this series around episode 20. And I'm not sorry for that journey, but it meant selling off a headphone that I really, really loved. The Utopia has been a go-to for listening. I love its bass, it's got tremendous detail, but tonally, I've never been quite certain that it stacked up to what the HE-1000 V2 could do. So I could have simply, you know, sought out another HE-1000, but, folks, this is the director's garage. And I'm a big dumb guy who does big dumb things, and this might be the biggest and the dumbest yet.
Nice.
Another reason is that we're about to embark on a four-way shootout of my very top headphones. We have the Utopia, this guy right here. We have the Empyrean, which is kind of hanging out in the background here from the other episode. I showed it. Then we have the Abyss, which is off in New York getting a little fix, a little tune-up. And then we have the STAX, which is with the blue Hawaii back there. And these are all flagship, no question. But let's face it, there is a huge gaping hole. A huge gaping hole. I really just say that? In this shootout, there's a huge gaping hole, and this headphone is most certainly the missing link. Why do you even listen to me? Now, finally, and this is really probably the biggest factor, is that I didn't like the Stellia. Now, it's not that the Stellia is that bad of a headphone, it just underwhelmed me for what it cost. And removing the Stellia from the Director's Garage inventory opens up some funds for something else. And this would be certainly something else. In fact, the Stellia is now for sale right now down below in the Director's Garage sale. I'm asking only what I paid for them, not a penny more. If you haven't noticed yet, the Director's Garage has never been about turning a profit. And this puts profit quite a ways down the road. Nothing I sell is going for more than I paid. I just can't offer a crazy discount on this stuff yet because I'm just not making any money on this channel, and I have to try to get around what I paid for something to keep the train rolling here. Now, yes, I've read the comments down below about how the stuff that I'm selling in my Director's Garage sale isn't like the cheapest deal available. But I'd counter that with this. One, you know exactly what you're getting because it's been featured on the show, and I've shown close-ups of it on the show. So something like the Hugo 2, which has a tiny little nick in the top, you know exactly that it's there because I've showed it to you. I haven't hidden anything. Number two, you know who you're buying from. I simply can't afford to mess around with anyone because it's going to get back to you all and kill the reputation that I've tried for 71 episodes to establish. You know, whatever it is. Three, you're helping to keep what we're doing here going. Now, I don't have Patreon. I don't have swag for sale yet, anyway. I mean, comment below if you'd like to see a Director's Garage t-shirt or something that I could sell. But selling off really good shit is the only way I can really move us forward. So you get an actual product out of your contribution to the channel, as opposed to like a subscription to me sending you emails or a newsletter or something like that. So let's find out what's exactly in this box right here. It's time to, I think, to dig a little bit deeper. And I showed you this. Now, there's this little patch, and I really don't think there's that much more here if it's similar to my HE-1000. And yeah, okay, so we've got a couple of cables in here. There's a 4-pin which this looks like an aftermarket, and he told me he was sending me an aftermarket, so that's pretty good. And then this is definitely the stock cable, which is great, because this will work with, both of these will work really with my amps just fine. I think that's good. The stock cable is a little bit, you know, meh, and this cable feels like it's a very rich, nice feeling coppery or silvery kind of thing. Okay, so we have wired these up, and I think it's time I owe you guys a little listen. So let's head into a director's garage first impression, except no substitute. So I've got these wired in right now into the WA5LE, and I'm using the 4-pin adapter, and I've got it set to, just for you guys at home, I'm setting to high power, low impedance, and high level. And that is the same recommendation for the HE-1000. I see no reason to be anything different for this one. And we're going to start off with some Grateful Dead. I'm going to go to American Beauty, one of my favorite albums of all time. Oh, and there it is. Oh my God, this is right away. This is sick. It's so rich. First of all, the sub bass is right there. I mean, it's just booming. This is what I loved about the HE-1000, and it's right there. Oh. It's so natural. The tone is so natural and so effortless. Jerry's voice just has this rich tonal quality to it. I don't even feel like these headphones are even working to give me anything. It's just, it feels like everything's flowing out towards me. And these are big planar membranes on the side, so you're getting a whole wall of sound effect. This is special. I wish y'all could hear this, because this is up there with the best listening experiences I've had. Everything sounds so natural, but there is a big bass bump, and I love it. This is a mastered recording of American Beauty that has a big bass in it, so it's not surprising that it's really coming in emphasized. Fantastic. I'll do some finger picking. Here's Friend of the Devil. These are so fast. This reminds me of the 009s as far as speed, but it's got bass. It's got the tonal palette is much richer. They're warm, and it's a warm sound. It's going through my tubes, but it's still crispy and analytical because it's got that speed. And the drums come in. Oh, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do Sugar Magnolia. The bass on this song just drops way down, and I can feel it. It's a visceral bass. It really rumbles you. It's very Abyss-like in the bass, actually. I don't know if it's as powerful, like the force at which the bass comes at you with the Abyss, probably a little harder, but you're getting a much more cohesive assembly of the rest of the music around that thundering bass. The newness of this, I mean, I'm getting total flashbacks, total throwbacks to those HE-1000 V2 days. It really is stellar. I'm going to go to another one of my reference tracks. This is Hugh Masekela and Stimula the Coltrane. And this is an insane, great recording. Like, one of the best recordings ever. This has been done in a ton of different hi-fi acoustic sounds formats. This is DSD. And the chain today is going through the M scaler and the Hugo TT2. And this is an experience. I really do wish you guys were here and could hear this. And I'm sure you're hearing some of it through the bleed through. I think there's no hiding how much I like the Abyss. But I can't wait to put it side by side with this because it's going to be a very close battle. I just think these are a little faster. Off just from memory. Oh, it's just stunning. Hugh's voice is cutting through. There's this deep bass drum that just keeps a loose tempo. And there's a pedal tone going on. With the bell. Simulating the train. Oh, there's so much emotion in this saxophone. All right, we got to do some miles now. Now I got to do some miles. 7 Steps to Heaven is the album, and Basin Street Blues. This is Miles, just cool jazz. It's pinpoint. It really is sort of that unification of what the Utopia does well and what the Abyss does well. That's what this really seems like to me. And is it better than either? I don't know. But we're going to do a shootout and figure that out down the road. We'll go to Rush Moving Pictures real quick. Okay, this is oh shit. This is the FLAC 96K version of Moving Pictures. In case you're wondering, you can play rock on these. They work really well for rock. Oh, this is great. Man, what an achievement. Okay, I'm going to pause here. Wow. What an experience. Okay, well, we have another contender for our shootout. There's no question about that. This is every bit as good as the Hifiman HE-1000 V2 I used to have, and maybe even a little more. I like the mod on the ear pads that he's got going on here. Works for me. They feel terrific. I'll try some of the other ear pads just to see if it makes a difference down the road. And we'll do a sound check of these. We'll talk about that in a second. I mean, what a journey we've been on in the past month, if you think about it, you know. And to be fair, that this is all somewhat by design. With each of these giveaways, I amp up the content because this is my big subscriber push. So now I've got to shamelessly ask you to subscribe to the Director's Garage to help me keep episodes like this amazing one coming. And it will also help with future giveaways. I want these giveaways to get bigger and bigger and better as the channel grows. So what's ahead? Well, you can bet your butt I'm going to be doing a full sound check of the Hifiman Susvara. We'll do a full review of this, and you can count on it because I've got to get some episodes out of this crazy-ass purchase I just made.
Have mercy.
And we also now have the complete shootout of what I think most would consider the world's greatest headphones on the planet. That's coming soon as I get the Abyss back in-house. They're in New York, as I said, getting a tune-up. I have another blind What's in the Box coming, courtesy of our friends at Audio 46. We love Audio 46, and they killed it with the Visioneer 7. There's going to be a sound check of that Visioneer 7 coming probably next, I think. We'll see. Give this episode a thumbs up because, I mean, Susvara. I mean, if this doesn't earn a thumbs up, guys, what does it take? What does it take?
Quiet.
Or you can do the other thing because you simply hate my guts. And I can't say I blame you either way. And I will see you guys before you know it. Susvara.